Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia and also take you over other semiconductors as well: AMD, ARM, Broadcom, SMCI, and Micron, and also SoundHound AI. So we'll do overall price structure analysis as for how things are looking like in the morning, and as how the cases that we have been talking about if certain price action develops, what may be expected. And let's talk about that, starting off with Nvidia. But before that, I want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. One more real quick thing, I'll also take your QQQ and SPY as well. All right, so Nvidia, starting off with that, so we are on the daily interval, and you can see, well, at this was the level that we were watching for today, 125 and 55 and 56 cents, not just for today, but all in all, until above this, we would be keeping structure bullish. And as I have mentioned, that these things, when they are in the uptrend, and until then, it's still technically it's in the bullish structure. Now, this is the area that potentially, if it has to turn as a pullback, which it has highly likelihood of staying still bullish, because there might be, you can look, these are not like a plank boats that they'll just hit that level. Most of the time they just hit and then go up, but it's not that always it happens. When you have a selling pressure, you will see a dip down there a little bit. You can see a little bit dip down there, but we are still above 20 days moving average. This still has to be constituted as a pullback so far technically, and 125 and 50-60 cents or so is the level. Until above that, we are still in the bullish structure. But, and also, well, but how do we trade it? Well, technically, positions are taken into the pullbacks and with the stop loss on the other side. In this case, if any, hear me out, this just one candle, we'll see in the on the hourly interval, this just, once we touch this level, it doesn't mean it's time to buy now. We touch this level, this triggers our interest that, hey, is this a place to buy now? Are we seeing a structure hold here? What do we have to see for all of that? Well, definitely a wick, which is one of the good signs, but not just that. Let's go to the hourly interval, because now we have to start looking at the lower time frame. What other supporting elements we are getting in the price action with that confluence? Well, I'm seeing there are 2 hours candle already supporting at the 200 hours moving average, and also at this level of 125 and 56 cents. That's why this level is so important, and that's why I was saying that this level is very important on the overall structure. Now, we do have to go to 5 minutes in this case. What am I seeing? And again, guys, look, my videos are here to teach you what you have to look for, right? Decisions are yours, whatever you want to do, but have a stop loss regardless. What am I seeing on the 5 minutes interval? I'm seeing that particular area where it dipped and got bought back up. So these could be areas of scalp plays as well. But then what am I also seeing? A little bit of already a pivot of a higher low on intraday for the quick tradings, and a potential also double bottom at that very level of 125 and 50 or 60 cents, which means technically this could have been taken as an intraday, little bit of a scalp play, right? Again, like, look, you are against the trend right now. If any position is taken, stop loss needs to be on the other side, period. Because once that level lose, right, because technically right now Nvidia hasn't really confirmed the full intraday uptrend as well, right? We are seeing the starting of the price action support, right? But we have to have a stop loss on the other side, period. There is no running away from the stop loss, because what if this breaks this level again, 125 and 59 cents? So what we have to see as for a good confirmation of continuation up here is we need to get above this level of 126 and 74 cents. And if we can get above 50, well, technically, yeah, that's the area, and that will start to give it some more bullish strength. This is the neckline you have to see it get out of, and some intraday potentially rebounds can continue to the upside. And then we'll see how price action develops here. But yes, so this is what we have to be watching. If we would have seen just a straight flush through that level of this 125 and 50 cents around, or 60 cents, then this level was not there to be held as a support. But this is where we had to watch the price action, and the price action right now is telling me that, hey, there are buyers coming in here, and that's why this was the level I wanted to really be focusing on, because until above this structure is still bullish. This is all in all intraday shorts, yeah, sure, but all in all the structure until then is just a pullback, cool off in the overall structure. Now let's see if this continues to hold. Accordingly, if any position is taken, stop loss has to be on the other side. But again, look, Nvidia has given great moves as well over the last couple of so many days. And at this point, I would say just trade intraday after such a deeper cool off yesterday. Yeah, you can trade intraday long or short as per these levels and take scalps as well. When you see a little bit of a pullback, take some partial profits out, but only intraday. And as strength comes in, you have to see the break continuation of the levels to the upside. All right. So now this is for the bullish case. As for the swing structure, as we are still at 125 area, right? Now, what if for the bears? Well, if you are a bear and you say, junior trader, nah, this thing is just not gonna go up. So you have to see the break with the red candle close below 125 and 58 cents or 60 cents, whatever, right? But I'm telling you, trading short is still, you are going against the trend right now. You have this, sure, today it can go below, but then tomorrow it still has a 20 days moving average support. All right, it doesn't mean that you are good now as for swing short, no. And that's why I'm saying just trade intraday. Structure is still bullish though. Intraday you can trade anyhow, both up or down, long or short. But since the structure is still bullish, right, is still bullish until this area of 125 and 60 cents, and I would still give it 20 days moving average as another area of support. And technically, if this thing has to continue up from here, it can continue up from here, because this is still just a pullback. If we go up and then make a lower high, and we start to come lower and then we break one of the levels, that may start to show us more weakness. But until then, it's still in the direction of the uptrend, and these pullbacks at these pivotal areas intraday, or if some partial can be taken through, if the price action really is breaking out the levels to the upside and showing support, then those things can be taken. Look, if today's candle is still closes as red, it doesn't mean now we are still bearish. Okay, it doesn't have to close green. We have to see the structure, and I'll talk more about over the weekend as well. But the next day, as long as we are still above this area of 20 days moving average and 125 and 50 or 60 cents, structure on Nvidia is not bearish. I'll talk about it more, how the candles are closing, how the bodies are closing of the candle, and the price action on the lower time frame later over this weekend as well. But this is for the morning update. So this is the level to watch. I just told you what to watch in the price action, how to trade. Again, I'm only here providing my opinion. I take guarantee of nothing. I'm here to only educate you what you have to look for, how to manage your portfolio risk, and based on your preference, if you want to trade long or short, these are the things you have to be watching so that you can identify easily what is your risk that it will be there. All right. Now, so that's Nvidia. Let's take a look at AMD. All right. So AMD, guys, sure, we have some red candle today, some sell-off again. This thing is struggling again at the level of 162 almost. But we got bought back up at 50 days moving average, and also that structural level of 156 and 85 cents. I'll talk more about it in another video, but structure currently is still in a bullish strength. As long as we are not losing below 156, I would still keep it as bullish for coming days. Yeah, that's the level to watch. ARM today, again, look, I told you this is the level to watch, 150. Any pullback until then is just, still structure is bullish. Intraday, at least you will still get bullishness, and you got this great green candle today, right? I'll talk more about it in another video. Broadcom is still in a deeper sell-off, and so let's go to the hourly interval. Yeah, so Broadcom, I would only suggest to play to the upside once you can see it getting out of this trend line here. Yeah, otherwise right now let it just do its thing. Let it do its cool off. Okay, yeah, because we have to see if these levels are holding. So this level didn't hold 17 and 28. and it's going lower. So the next level you are watching is around, yeah, definitely this 1652 or 1673, but then trend will only come to the upside if we get out of that trend line and break any structure to the upside. So that's that. But right now there is no confirmation to the upside on Broadcom, intraday at least. Yeah. SMCI. Let's take a look at that. Today another sell-off on this thing, but it's getting bought back up. Let's go to the daily interval. So as I have been saying that even yesterday, and I'll do another video as well, that structure on this is still bullish. So any pullbacks, you can see today also the pullback got bought back up on this to the downside. So as I said, intraday, you are still better off trading long. Today was the long day. You can see it's still turning green and we are going higher. Micron is, well, it gapped lower, but it's finding support at 20 days moving average and candle is still green. If Micron has to start to continue weakness, and this is where if it's gonna fail, we don't want to see it go above 144 and 24 cents. But guys, these moves were the time to take partial profits in the extensions. Now you can trade still intraday with the support of these levels, because structure on this is not bearish right now still, but only intraday trades would be taken. I'll talk more about it later. Soundhound AI, guys, I'm still in the short play, and you can see that I have been making good moves on this. I'll talk more about it. I did take some more partial profits, but yeah, this is looking great. All right, just before wrapping up, last look on Nvidia, and let's go to the 5 minutes again. And I gotta show you QQQ and SPY as well. All right, so intraday pullbacks are still holding it. And yeah, you can see that double bottom at that very level, 125 and 60 cents, and then we are getting that good push to the upside again. So yep, structure bulls are still holding, guys. Okay, but hey, whatever you do, have a stop loss. But let's see if how far this rebound or upside can continue now, intraday at least, and we'll see. All right, guys, QQ and SPY, haven't forgotten that, don't you worry. And QQ and SPY. Okay, so look, structure all in all, this pullback cool-offs may continue, but structure is still bullish. So if on lower time, because, well, the level down here is like 465 and even 200 hours moving average over here. So any pullback on the lower structure, if you see levels holding intraday, can be still traded long. And you can see if I take it to the 5 minutes interval, it has already started to do some upside here, holding the levels, our day trading levels plus. And if you need access to my tools, links in the description below of this video. So because structure is still bullish, guys, you can see you are better off trading, let the pullbacks happen, see when the price action is holding support, and just trade back to the upside because structure is still bullish. SPY, a little bit gap down, a weaker. Let's go to the daily interval and let's see what is. Oh, wait. So structure is still bullish on this, just like any other principle of trading. You know, at this level, you can see we are above that, holding support. SPY is still bullish as long as we are even come down to 20 days moving average. This is not going to change structure. Some pivots would lose, but that pivot is already so extended that I'm not worried even if it comes much lower, but it's not even coming lower. But anyways, take profits in the extensions, and if you're trying to trade long in the intraday into these extensions already when things are away from the pivots, trade only intraday. All right, your swing time position is to take around the previous pivots or the structures. All right, and then you can try it with the stop loss on the other side, because it helps you in increasing your reward potential and minimizing your risk potential, or the stop loss area, right? Alright guys, well that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, wait, look at it. Nvidia continuing higher from that level, right? The area of support, and look at it. Hourly candle confirmed that support at 200 moving average as well, and also the level of 125 and 60 cents area. So that's why if you are taking any position, it has to be taken at these levels, right? And as I said, we have a higher pivot on the rebound side and also almost a double bottom with at the important significant level 125 and 60 cents. So this is how you take intraday at these important levels, because structure on Nvidia is still technically bullish, as what I have said. You might still be better off trading longs, intraday longs into this distribution phase if it has to become a distribution phase. Weakness in a day after just this red candle is not gonna just be like that. It's just not gonna flatten out like that. But anyways, I'll talk more about it later today, but see, yeah, structure is still holding in the bullish territory. All right. Any position that you take, have a stop loss regardless. I'm here only explaining how to trade. You go and do whatever you want to do. All right. I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.